This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV, and we're very pleased to be with Kongsberg Discovery here at the Ocean Business in Southampton, and we're here to talk about a new Kongsberg Discovery product, Geomatics. So we have a trio here. We have Leif Bedoy, Per Fitzek, and Kjetil Hansen. Yeah. To discuss the technology and the business case behind it. So, Leif, to start us off, why don't you just tell us a little bit about Geomatics, why it was created, and what exactly it does?
So, one of the trends we see is that there is far more richer data being available now. We have more vessels, large and small vessels, uncrewed vessels. There are more sensors of all kind of types. And while it's great with all this data, someone needs to handle the data. So our customers are kind of left in a bit of a jeopardy here to figure out how do they actually handle the data. So what Geomatics do is that it helps our customers with sensor integrations so that you can log data from both acoustic and non-acoustic data. There are different types. From there, we create a catalog, and a catalog is, in this context, a bunch of APIs that are linking data. So think of all the data and all your assets as a linked catalog. Why do we do that? Well, first of all, we have our own applications where ocean maps, or ocean mapping layers and so on, where you can manipulate data, so you need an easy way of loading and getting the data. These APIs are also used for integrating with third-party applications. So you could use something like QGIS or any other application supporting OGC APIs, so that you didn't depend purely on our application layer. So that gives a lot of flexibility. At the same time, you will also often need to distribute data into other repositories for archiving and so on. So these are the primarily areas that Geomatics is focusing on.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting. And again, we talk about data all the time. It's ubiquitous. It's ubiquitous in everything that we do in maritime, in subsea, and offshore energy. And I'm not looking for you to give away the secret sauce or the trade secrets here, but I guess what is the core component? I guess what makes this product stand out versus a host of other data solutions on the market today?
So I think there's a couple of aspects to that. One is maybe the market side, but let's start with the technology. So what is unique here is that we are combining several of these aspects that you otherwise would need to use multiple tools for doing. So the automation of the process is a key benefit. So that's about holding your cost under control, reducing cost. With all this data, you really need to think about how do you automate these processes. Simplify, automate. That's really our call here. And we'll continue to work on that with Geomatics and other new products to be launched later. Market-wise, I would say what's unique here is that we target both science and industry. So we say built for science, engineered for scale. We get that by working with industrial partners, whether it's energy sector or food production. So that's kind of important. There are some solutions out there that are maybe target for a, let's say, more narrow science market. That's all good. But if you actually combine and target those markets, you get, we reap benefits out of that because of the scale we can then achieve.
Now we're with Per Fitzek, the Business Development Manager. So Per, obviously Leif gave us some good insights. When you look specifically at market opportunities, obviously you developed it, you're launching it here in Southampton. Where do you see opportunity today?
There are various opportunities. As Leif just put it, one of the significant features of that solution is that it has a wide reach of different customer bases, also different applications. And they all try to use the same features, so develop them once and use them in various applications. So that is certainly a very important aspect. I think something that needs to be emphasized here is that such a solution is technology agnostic. So obviously there are benefits if people use our equipment, but it is not just our platforms or our sensors that can benefit from such a solution or that can be integrated, but it is open for other platforms and other sensors as well. So that makes it a true solution and really helpful for for the customers in the various applications. Plus, you asked earlier for why do we think this is successful and why this is important. I think our reputation and our standing in the market is also very relevant in this context, because we have a long tradition, we have a very strong standing, and us now expanding our portfolio from the hardware side more into the digital realm, combined with this versatility, delivers a very powerful mix.
Can you categorize the response so far?
Oh yes, absolutely. So the fact that we launched it today implies that we worked on that for years now. So we have developed what we have now as Geomatics through various delivery projects within these different customer areas. So we've got something in the realm of aquaculture. We do some work with scientific customers who do a lot of environmental monitoring with the multi-platform fleet, and we do it in the energy sector. So we worked with all of them and really carved out what features are needed. And so Geomatics is the first step in this direction. There is more to come, but we have to take it stepwise.
So we're here now with Kjell Hansen. We talked about the new product, we talked about why it's here. Now we're going to talk about its development. So why don't you just kind of walk us through the development and basically from your point of view, what it can do.
Okay, so development is basically, like Peter said, it's delivery projects. So we have some requirements based on different delivery projects, but it's always gather data, shovel the data to the cloud, and display the data. So that's our basic requirements. And we dig down into sort of how do we do that. So in the demo here, everything has been collected on the ship and it's been transmitted to the cloud. So as you see, this is a browser and it's a URL that all the customers will see. And we manage the users, we manage the organizations, everything within one URL. So here I am logged in, you see my name here. And these are all my vessels or platforms that I've collected data on. And now, since I'm in the cloud, I'm able to see a sort of a subset of the data that's been transmitted to the cloud. It's of course configuration based, but imagine you have a satellite connection or a low bandwidth, or you can have a high bandwidth like Starlink or something like that, where we would upload more data. You go into your map and you load data from one of your surveys. So I was on a survey with the Simrad Echo, and I loaded the survey lines, and I also loaded a gridded data set, which is sort of a minimized data. So the raw data is like multiple gigabytes. This is more like in the realms of 100 megabytes. So it's easier to transfer, but it sort of gets the management big picture of how the survey went without digging through a lot of gigabytes of data. So this is this is integrating multi-beams from Kongsberg, and I can sort of manipulate the data, see how the survey went with some statistics and pictures and a lot of properties that the survey did. So this is sort of the management view of it.
Okay, so I mean, it seems like, and again, as your colleagues pointed out, it seems like it's intuitive. It seems like it's built to be easy to use.
Yeah, it should be easy to use. It's web-based, so one of the key things is you don't do documentation, you just make it intuitive. Of course, we have documentation though, but yeah.
You know, we obviously the product is just out there. Is there a particular area or any projects later into this year that you can discuss?
Yeah, absolutely. So while these delivery projects continue, keep on adding new functionalities and help to improve the functionalities that we currently have, there is actually real vessel deliveries to be expected to have that solution. And surprisingly, the good thing is that it is very different types of vessels that benefit from that feature. It is fishery vessels, it is a navy vessel, it is obviously research vessels that benefit from that comprehensive data handling solutions. And there is another one live, right?
There is, Statsråd Lemkøl. So as part of One Ocean Expedition 2, Statsråd Lemkøl set sail on Friday. And we are basically running Geomatics on this. And it's, I think, over 20 ports. They're going to go up the Northwest Passage, come down in Anchorage and West Coast US, and finally, 12 months later, return back to Bergen. And there's a lot of sensors on board. There is CTD, there is EK80, there is Yeah, well, it's our colleagues in CTEX. They have a camera system on board. There's, in fact, quite an integration. And this you will actually be able to follow live for the next 12 months.
That's awesome.
So that is awesome.